Anyways, he was asking, everyone stand up and tell where you're from. And so I stood up and I said, hi, I'm Carrie and I'm from Earth. The place went crazy. We can hear you there, Glenn. Yeah. So anyways, it was one of those moments where I think everyone kind of realized, hey, wait a minute. We don't actually have to say that we're from wherever. Just here on this planet, because we could be from somewhere else. Anyways, I wanted to share an epiphany with you this morning. And so this is actually wonderful timing. I had an epiphany today, and it was more in the middle of the night. I've been up all night. Can you tell? I'm a little tired, but that's all right. No, I'm not a little tired. Ooh, we're going to take those words out, throw them in the cosmic garbage can. I'm feeling absolutely jazzed. I'm so excited to be here with you. Okay, so the epiphany. I got to look down at my book. There are two things that we've been told, two key words that we're told do not say. And one is be careful what you wish for, right? You got to watch how you use the word wish. And the other one is assume, assume, right? You never assume. And it's kind of ironic, isn't it, that those are the two key words that are used in manifestation. When you assume that you are rich, when you assume that you are living in a beautiful, loving relationship, you actually take on that energy. You are tricking your mind to being in that moment of love or wealth or health. If you assume that you are healthy, wealthy, wise, you will be. You are, because all we have is the now. Right? We're not moving into the future. We're actually, it's all happening right here and now. And so having said that, oh my goodness, the kittens, they love my wires. Anyways, having said that, I realize that so many of us are afraid to say, I really wish for something. When you say, I wish, and you put that energy into it, it manifests. When you say, I assume for myself, I am going to assume that I am wealthy. I am going to assume that I am healthy. This is how you actually manifest. So take the assumption and forget about this old programming of assume me or be careful what you wish for. That was all predictive programming. We don't need any of that. Not even predictive. It was programming to keep us that big, right? So that was my insight this morning, and at wee hours. So I hope you enjoy it. What do you think about that? Put your comments in the chat section, and let's have a chat. Glenn, are you back?
Oh yeah, I think we're back. And again, just the start of the show, they just didn't want us going today. That's why we need your guys' comments. Throw those out there. Throw the positive vibes, the positive energy. I think we're up on all three platforms now. Twitch. Good. If anyone's watching us on Twitch, say hi. If anyone's watching us on Facebook, say hi. But I believe we got all three going now. And so Good. Tammy came down with her laptop, and I still had my mic on. I'm like, we should be on. I don't know what's going on. And all of a sudden, boom, at 1:08, it seems like we came on. So say hello. Good. We got a few comments here. Let's go through those. Cheryl in the house saying, remember to like this. Yes, please do. It does help the algorithms for sure. Georgie from New Zealand or Australia, I believe. Hi, Carrie and Glenn. Bluebell. Oh, we got to do a close-up of this one, Carrie. Carrie, I love your earrings. What do you got today?
I have Native American or Native Canadian, actually. They're made by a friend who is Cree. And aren't they beautiful? Because I'm moving so much, I can't keep all my jewelry. So like these were really old, and I believe they're ivory. I don't like the fact that some people have ivory now, but these are old. They've got the brass on the inside, and so I've held them for a long time. And then this one I just found, gosh, this one's really cool. If you've gone to a Stoy Palace, where I'm bringing a tour, above the windows is 777, which is the Shin, which is everything, right? It's where Everything began. And so the 777 is a real powerful number. And that's a beautiful bracelet as well. So I'm actually considering, I was thinking, you know, don't ideas come to you when you're in the toilet?
What?
When
Carrie, this
okay,
is a family channel here. We don't
no,
want to be taken off YouTube.
I need everyone's input on this one. Do you get epiphanies when you're in the bathroom? It doesn't have to be when you're on the toilet. Because for me, I was actually just washing my hands, and I think the warmth and the meditative state, all of a sudden I heard again, I've got to let go of my jewelry, sell my jewelry. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to now, this won't be for a couple of weeks because I got so much on the go now. I am editing all of the programs that we did. If you know of an editor that can volunteer for us until we actually get some money going, which is pretty soon, I believe, let us know, because we've got a lot of editing to do. Anyways, I'm going to be putting my jewelry, all of it, up for sale. Up for sale. I have no attachments to the jewelry, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. But I love when you make room for new jewelry, new stuff comes in. And so this is what I'm going to do: is share and you know, not rotate, but you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Recycle. Yeah, the energy of these beautiful pieces of jewelry. They're so gorgeous. These were expensive back in the day. So I don't know what they're worth now, but at any rate, so that's my ideas on my website. Keep an eye out on carriekohan.com, and I'll be creating a page and putting all my jewelry on it and letting it go.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah,
Yep.
take a look, watch for that in the upcoming days and weeks ahead. If there's something that you see Carrie wearing that you just go, oh
Yep.
man, that is so, and everything Carrie wears is beautiful. So you'll have a choice of a few different things as she wants to kind of move things in out. When you're a traveler, when you're a nomad like Carrie, every once in a while you have to move things in and out. Her
Oh,
camel stays though, folks. She's keeping her camel. That is not for sale.
my camel?
You're a nomad.
Oh, because you know what? I'm thinking, how did you know that the cat's coming up with a camel right now? That's exactly what she's doing. Or it's a moose. Maybe it's a camel. I don't know. But she's walking up going, rah, 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 I got another kill. Yeah, that's
So
what
Enjoy the Adventurer says, oh, yes, on the toilet and in the shower. Lynn
See?
says, I used to meditate on the toilet. So, yep, I
I'm
get
not the
great
only one.
ideas too.
Yes. Yeah. See?
You guys, you
We
guys,
stick together. Way to go,
you
girls. Oh,
guys.
guys.
If you guys do have a question for Carrie, she will be doing some live readings, free live readings in just a little bit. So please put the question in the chat. We will try and get through them in order, but every once in a while, one of them jumps out and Carrie wants to address it right away. So they may be in order, they may not be in order. And if we don't get to all of them today, back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mountain for some more live readings. Okay. Anita in the house. Again, what was the breaking news last Friday to do with Anita Jensen?
Well, that was really exciting. Anita's coming on as one of our team members, so she's going to be creating courses and events for all of our community. We're really excited about that, and as well, she'll come on probably once a month and just give shares of different gemstones and how they can be used, and educate us, because that girl is brilliant
And intelligent too.
Yes,
Carrie.
Intelligent too.
Carrie. Carrie.
You're
Carrie.
never going to let me forget.
Carrie.
So I used to get teased in school.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? Well,
That I was a dummy, right? Yeah, that I was a dummy. And sorry, we have a delayed thing here because we're like a second behind, so we tend to talk over each other. Sorry about that. Anyways, I was called a dummy in school, and so the other girls would be intelligent. So when Glenn called Anita intelligent, it was like it was a trigger that went off in me, and I was, where the hell is that coming from? Because I really like Anita. I think she's absolutely amazing, and she is intelligent, but it triggered something, and I went, whoa, 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 I got to take care of something in there. Thank you for that.
Well, you
Mhm.
are intelligenter. Is
No,
that a
no,
word?
no, 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 no. She's
Oh, okay.
brilliant. When it comes to gemstones, that girl knows her stuff. And we're so fortunate to have her on the team here. I
And
just
no,
love her. Yeah.
and last night we were talking, or no, the other night we were talking, and you were saying about the dummy thing back in school,
Yeah.
right? Can you retell that story about what it was actually in the classrooms and on the doors?
Yeah. So I was in grade 8 and I was sickly. I had kidney stones up until the age of 14. So I missed a lot of school. And I was being accused by teachers because they couldn't figure out what it was, right? They never thought a 14-year-old would have kidney stones back in the day. And so they all thought that I was just skipping school. I didn't want to be there. And then it turned out I had a learning disability on top of this. And so, that just compounded things. So, anyways, in grade 8, I was finally grade 7, grade 8, I was put in the dummy class. And on a wooden door with the marbled window, they actually put a piece of paper, taped it up, and said dummy class. And they'd never be able to do that today, but in the 1970s, that's what they did. And so it was really humiliating having to walk into the dummy class and not feel so intelligent. And so, yeah, it was a painful experience, but through it came love. I found love from my teachers. Miss Wasselinchuk, I was talking about her, and she was bossy. She was the boss. She was absolutely amazing, though. And it was the beginning. It was the beginning of transformation for me. Yeah. And those attacks, the kidney stone attacks, were absolutely horrific. But yeah, they gave me anxiety and, yeah, all kinds of stuff. But in the end, it was all about love.
Absolutely. And during my teaching career, again, for those that don't know, I was in the classroom as a teacher in high school for over 30 years and
Mhm.
never really part of that kind of experience where we would use the word dummy or the one with an R, which was frequently used in schools,
Yeah,
for many years.
like
Fortunately, I
retardant.
wasn't part of that.
Yeah,
I did teach, we call them modified classes. So kids that had a little bit more difficult learning.
yeah,
They were called modified programs. But yeah, none of those words, thankfully, made it into my vocabulary or around
yeah,
people I knew. So,
yeah.
yeah, Anita is super excited to join. Thank you, Anita. And I have to blame Anita a little bit. I am going to call Anita out a
I
little
love
bit here.
Anita. Uh,
I'm going to call her out
okay.
because what were we watching a lot of last night on YouTube?
Um, Gemstones. Oh my gosh, this man has become a fiend with gemstones. He's just like absorbing as much information as he possibly can because he wants to be able to have an intelligent conversation with Anita about gemstones, don't you?
I want to be smart. Yes.
Smarticle.
Not
Yes.
only that, but I want to buy so many of them. But we
Yeah.
were watching the ones that were the most expensive gemstones in the world. So they're a little bit out of my range, but maybe in the future,
Yeah,
we
in
as
the future.
we will be able to purchase some of those and I'll be able to show you that shiny green. I like the color green. I love the color green. So anything with green in it, I'm a big fan.
Yep.
And that green tourmaline, I think that Anita showed, I still got to get
Yeah.
some of that. So Anita, my wallet does not thank you, but I love learning about them.
Actually, Tammy's because Tammy is the one that goes out and says, "Okay, what one do you want?" And she'll go and source it for you. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of good gemstone shops around the Edmonton area. So I'm sure
Oh,
we'll
very
pick
much.
up a few along the way.
Yeah.
A few little housekeeping things is I think we've got a bunch of people coming in now. It took a while because of the glitch, but people are starting to come in. We were scheduled to have one of our up close and personal hello, my name is today. Unfortunately, that couldn't take place, but we will be having Pamela Rainbow Blessings in on a video in the upcoming future, in the near
Yeah.
future. So Pamela will be joining us. We'll learn a little bit more about Pamela. And if you are a subscriber on Twitch, thank you again to our recent subscribers. I think Cheryl was the most recent one. But if you would like to support us, please go over to Twitch. Tammy will leave a link for how you can put your Twitch account on your Prime Video account, Amazon, to get a free subscription. And we are inviting all of our Twitch subscribers to join us on stream. Last Wednesday night, Hammer Bammers came on stream. We had a wonderful conversation, didn't we, Carrie, with Hammer?
Yeah, it was great. Love her.
Yeah. And Pamela's going to join us.
Dancing, dancing, dancing.
Dancing.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you would like to be part of our stream and have us grill you with some good questions, we'd have a friendly conversation for 10 or 15 minutes. Please reach out to Tammy at admin@carriekohan.com if you're one of our Twitch subscribers, because we do want to reward our subscribers that do give us a little bit of money for the work that we do. So thank you again to our Twitch subscribers, and Tammy will leave that little video link.
Yeah, Pamela had something that came up, so she was unfortunately not able to join us today, but she'll come another time, which will be great. You'll really enjoy her. She's fun.
Well, Carrie mentioned earlier that, she's running around. There's so many things on her plate right now. However, we have to give credit where credit is due, because over the last week and a bit, Carrie has put on 2 amazing workshops for the community. One was the 2-day workshop with her Freedom Masters. And then just this past weekend, she did a 1-day workshop on how people can write and publish and put out their own book. So maybe, Carrie, do kind of a wrap on the 2 courses that you did.
Yeah, well, the Freedom Masters workshop, this is what I've been editing right now. And so I'm almost done. I'm getting close. This week we'll definitely have it finished and up and running for anyone that wants to watch the rerun of it. And it's not like a rerun. When I worked with Tony Robbins, I worked with Anthony Robbins and Associates. I co-owned his franchise in both Winnipeg and Vancouver. And Tony used to do this video-based program where he'd be on the screen, and he would ask them a question. You would be encouraged to speak out loud in the room, even though it's a video, right? And so you would interact with him. And that's really the basis of what I did as well. So you're not passively watching this course. You're actually participating. You're doing visualizations, meditations, healing sessions. If you have any anxiety, depression, old stuff that you've been carrying, this is a course for you. You'll let go of all of it. And when you look at the participants, we had, I think, 31 registered. Only, 15 showed to the live, because majority are going to watch it after the fact. And but those people that were there were, I swear, they were hand chosen by Creator, because this circle was really magical, and you'll come to love each and every one of those beautiful souls that participated. And then just last Saturday, I was going to be doing this workshop with my girlfriend. She and I, Kelly and I, have been teaching this class, 2013, I think we began teaching people how to write and publish their own books. And she wasn't able to make it last minute, so I got to do the course myself. So I could see Glenn kind of, cut the page out there. That was Kelly to the side, but I ended up doing it myself. So what a course that one was. Wow. Again, at the end of it was just one day from 10 till 4 p.m. and with about a half-hour lunch in between. Wow. People left there going, I think I have like 33 books in me. I came here thinking I had maybe 1 book. And through the visualization that you took me down, I am really clear on at least 5, 6, 7 books. I know, actually, I think it was Lynn from the UK or from New Zealand. I think she was the one that was saying, I knew I had a couple of books in me, but what I didn't know was that those books would become a series. And she was like, 60 books or 90 books or something like that. She could see them all unfolding in front of her. And I thought, what a gift one day has made for so many authors to give them confidence and also all the tools to be able to go and self-publish their own books. So that's also going to be up for sale again. It'll be the actual video of it, and I'm editing that one right now, so you'll be able to see it real soon. Go to carriekohan.com. That's it, Glenn.
All right. So again, 2 wonderful workshops. And again, it's all about raising vibration and getting positivity out there and inspiring, creating. And over the course of the last couple of weeks, Carrie has really worked hard on not only preparing the materials, but presenting the materials and now editing the materials. So again, if you missed out on it, they will be available on her website, www.carriekohan.com, if you want to check those out. And believe me, you won't regret it. $50 for a 2-day workshop is unheard of. And that's 50 Canadian, unheard of. And writing your own book, again, the people that came out of this workshop, Lynn says it was, wow, 33 plus books that she has. And every single person, Carrie, that was there had their chapters outlined, they had their title, they had their book cover,
everything.
They just had to continue writing, didn't they?
And there was one woman there that was absolutely extraordinary. She had difficulties getting past a certain point. And I showed her how to use AI, not to write the book, but just to give you some triggers as to, okay, maybe that'll open up that part of my mind into writing this possibility, right? And so it opened up a whole new world for her. She was like totally past her writer's block after the workshop. It was amazing.
And again, speaking of creativity, we want to remind you guys that Carrie and I worked hard on putting together a soundtrack for our show, The Mystic Compass. It is available on Spotify, YouTube, on Apple Music, on everywhere, Amazon, even TikTok Music, I think it's available. So please go check it out. The songs we play at the beginning and end of the show, Carrie wrote the lyrics. I put together the music to it, and we are now published. And as you can see at the bottom, our very first song was played last Wednesday evening on a local country Aboriginal radio station. The song "If I Ever Fall" at 7:27.
Actually, it's "If Ever I Fall."
Oh, if ever I fall. Okay, so they got the words mixed up there. But hey, great song. You can find it on the Mystic Compass soundtrack, and go listen to it. Every single listen again supports us. So stay tuned for more music along the way.
Perfect.
We're going to leave that till Friday. We're going to get to some of the questions here as they're starting to pile up.
Good.
So live readings, if you have a question for Carrie, again, please avoid any specific financial advice or medical advice questions. Those are more private that you might want to, that you should consider a private session, 45 minutes. Carrie, how's the bookings on those going? What's the wait time?
We're at least a month and a half ahead, booking into the future. But medical stuff, I'm a medical intuitive, so I can look from afar and look into you and pinpoint any dark areas. So I can help you greatly with that. But it is, of course, no substitute for going to your doctor. I have to say that legally. So there it is. Okay. Yeah. But you can come and see me. We'll put Tammy again, we'll put the links. Yeah, her head's nodding up and down. She'll put the links in the chat for you to be able to book a session with me. And again, the prices are so inexpensive. I brought my prices back to 2013 prices, which was 150 Canadian for a session. And normally I'm like $5,000. I know that my clients, I was just talking to one of them about 2 weeks ago, and he was like, I paid you $5,000 a month for like 5 months. No, it was 5, 6, 7 months, what the heck? I said, I know. I just keep hearing, give it away. So I appreciate that you supported me so well and my family. And now I'm hearing for a while anyways. I think that I'll end up going back to a larger income because I need it for the families, right? And for my bills, all the traveling. But for now, the prices are low. So book ahead now because I don't think it'll last much longer.
So again, thanks everyone for supporting us, and a lot of you are asking what's coming next. What else do you have to offer? What's coming? Don't worry, we are all working extremely hard to keep on bringing you guys some really good content and
Oh,
resources and materials. So stay tuned.
so
Lots in the works.
are you going to tell about what you're planning with music?
Maybe on Friday. Maybe on Friday.
Okay.
Talk about it on Friday. Let's get to the questions, Carrie. Hammer Bammers. I'll be in and out wrapping parcels. Are the cards all warmed up, ready to go?
Oh yeah, yeah, they're ready to go.
Okay, good. I'll be in and out wrapping parcels. I'm here listening though. Can I get a card for the idea of job for myself to make my own money? Will I end up doing what I hope to do, or will I end up in cars?
Okay, in cars. That's funny. Yeah, cars. It seems to be a bit of a eh. with that, or will I end up in cars? And there's a rigidity with that. Um, there's no other way of saying it. You really don't like doing it. So, what is it that you do love to do, honey? I know that you're very mothering to many, but what is it that you really love to do? That's what you need to focus on. And it goes back to that insight that I had this morning, right? If you want to create something, you have to wish upon it. You literally have to wish upon it, and you have to assume that you're already there, because all we have is the now. There is no future, there is no past. It's always in the now, where I don't want to even say that we're stepping into the future. Okay, so this epiphany came a long time ago. We are living in a residual effect of yesterday's thoughts. Okay, and about a 3-day delay. So I think it's sped up. I think for some of us it's like very, very quick. So think about that. You're living in a residual effect of yesterday's thoughts. So what you were thinking about yesterday, you've actually created today, right? And your question is, you're focusing. If I was creator looking down or looking within or feeling within you, I could feel the angst about, will I end up in cars? Will I end up there? Well, they're going to go, maybe you should end up there so you actually experience what you're not on the other side. And that is frustration and anxiety and all of those lower level vibrations. So I would ask you again, change your verbiage, honey. You're going to have to focus on what you love. And what you love is being a mother to many, and just loving. It's all about love. It's all about mothering and smothering and loving with that energy. So what makes you really, really happy? And focus on it. It feels like family makes you really, really happy. Healing others makes you really, really happy. So what can you do to walk side by side with other people? You're an entrepreneurial spirit, very much, and you have gifts within inside you. So for goodness sakes, now, enough wasting time. Come on now. You know what to do. So just do it. Don't even look at cars as an option, because if you even look sideways and go, oh, I might end up there, guess where you're going to end up? Right? Because your dialogue, your brain will go, oh, I might end up there. Okay, well, we're going to end up there. So how are we going to end up there? We're going to have to close the door on everything else because we're going to end up there. No more. Okay. Change your words, change your world. It's as simple as that. So will you create a job for yourself the moment that you change your dialogue, the moment that you start playing your cards differently? Absolutely. The moment that you heal any past pain, any lack, the frustration of it taking too long, once you let all that go, yeah, you're going to end up in a beautiful position. So change your words, honey. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am abundant. Money just flows to me with ease and grace. I am a money magnet. Woohoo! I love my job. What is the job that you want? Start talking about it. Talk as if, act as if. This is the same thing that we talk about often, but it's a gentle reminder for all of us. Act as if. Okay? Good job. Well done, Hammer Bammer. Love you, honey.
And if I could just add on to that, again, when I was teaching over 30 years, you get, seniority and all those other, and I could have stayed in teaching. I could have kept on teaching for another 10 or 15 years. And you had that safety of a reliable paycheck and summer holidays. And I did love teaching. It changed a lot over the last few years since COVID, really changed quite a bit, but I loved it. And I figured, you know what? I want to do something else. I want to do something that I have fun with. I want to do something where I can build communities and meet people in the community. And so with the support of Tammy, it was like, okay, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to try and go into something else. And that was podcasting and doing shows. And over the last few years, I've done that because I almost like willed it. I manifested it. And then I manifested, I want to do something bigger in the spiritual world. Bring me someone in the spiritual world that I can work with, that we can work together and grow and inspire people and get them to create and raise their vibration. And look who walks through the door, a couple months ago. So Hammer Bammers, if there's something you really, really want to do, just go with it. Just do it. Do it.
Wish and assume, like we started off with, right? Do it. Yeah. This is your beginning. Whoops. Yeah. This is a beginning. It's a beginning for you. So enjoy it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And will you stumble and fall? Possibly. But again, go out there and like Carrie said, if you're already projecting that, will you end up in cars? Yeah, probably good chance you will. So thank you for the question. And thank you guys again for being such a wonderful community. Let's go on to a question here from Victoria. Kind of an interesting one, Carrie. I was working overnight. I was filming my client's dog and a green flash appeared and then disappeared.
Yeah.
I still have the video. Who was that flash? I was told Archangel Metatron. So why?
Yeah, Metatron is green. It does come through as a green flash, green energy. Who was that? So you're able to see into other dimensions now. That's so funny because we had this conversation this morning. Tammy had a similar experience this morning. As she was waking up in her lucid dream state, all of a sudden she started jumping into other dimensions, other places. You probably don't even know about this yet, Glenn. He doesn't. We had a really interesting conversation this morning because Tammy's abilities are definitely waking up, as are Glenn's. Yeah, hair's popping up on Glenn's arms. He's like, oh, truth bumps. Anyways, yeah, so it's the same thing. What I see is you had a collision of multiple dimensions, and I can see where it just kind of came in, and in that there's an arcing of light, and in that arc is like a crimson colors, like greens and blues and yellows, and for this one it was green. He came in as a flash. Yeah. I think it's because you were working with the dogs. This is something that you really love doing, and the photography, the filming. It's all about love. You were in such a loving and a high loving state. Actually, you might have even been a bit frustrated at the time, and so that they came in and with love, because you are such an exceptionally loving being. So I don't know. Okay, was it Archangel Metatron? Yes or no? Yeah, that feels really reasonable. Yeah. Realize, though, that it was you that was opening up the door for that. And this will happen more and more for you now. So well done. Good job.
All right. Thank you, Victoria, for the question. And yeah, I'm always interested in that, shifting timelines. And, one day we'll have to talk a little bit about the Mandela effect, because we've had those conversations quite a bit about how things seem different in different perspectives. So thank you, Victoria. Yeah. Where are we going next? We're going to going down here. Minerva's in the chat. Hello, Carrie, Glenn, and Tammy. Good to see you all. You as well. Lynn projecting positive. I am happy. healthy, I have more money than I know what to do with. Oh,
Woohoo!
win. That's
Absolutely. I was
beautiful.
listening to a wonderful recording. It was again Neville Goddard is probably one of my favorite all-time speakers. Him and Ernest Holmes. I really like Ernest Holmes' work as well. So, anyways, I was listening to Neville Goddard to how you can become a millionaire in 12 days, and he was basically saying, if you believe that that's impossible, then that is who you are. That is a state that you will forever live in, right? Until you change your words, you change your world, right? And so, um, yeah, you can manifest whatever you desire through your thoughts, through the feeling nature of your thoughts, and anything is possible. So, so when you say, I have more money than I know what to do with, what he was saying is, assume that you are living in the abundance where you can treat a loved one to whatever it is they desire. You can make their day. And instantly I saw my granddaughter and little Willow, she was in my arms, and we were in a store, and she loves shoes and makeup and everything. She's like, 5 years old. And we were in a very high end, yeah, there you go. Beautiful. I love that you can pull these things up right away, Glenn. Thank you. Yeah, so this is what I was listening to, right? How to Become a Millionaire. And so I had this vision of being with little Willow, and we were in this store, and she goes, I said, what is it that you want? Because now that, a billionaire mindset, she was like, I want everything. And I turned to the clerk and I said, she wants everything. Let's pack it all up. So we packed every single thing up in the store. This is what I dream about, right? And so we packed every single thing up, and I didn't know where to put it all, so we ended up, giving it away. But she kept what she wanted, and that was really a beautiful thing. And I thought that is the epitome of freedom, when you never have to worry about money, you never have to worry about your health, and you can do whatever it is that you desire for your loved ones. What is it that you would like? I can grant that for you, because you're in such a vibration of abundance. This is what we are all have the ability to do, be, and have. So focus on it. And then
Nita
let's
says,
check in. Yeah.
Nita says, Neville is gold. I've
Mm.
never heard of Ernest Holmes. I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, Ernest Holmes. He wrote a book. Oh gosh. I've gone blank on the book. Come on, guys, help me out with the book. It's like this thick, and he was the one that started the Center for Spiritual Living. A lot of the Center for Spiritual Living was based on Ernest Holmes' teachings. So, yeah, beautiful, uh, futurist. Loved the way he thought. Yeah.
Was it Creative Mind and Success? Was it that
Nope.
one?
No,
No.
it's like a Bible of new thought. So
Okay.
it'll come to me. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll come.
The Science of the Mind. Okay.
That's it.
There's probably,
That's it.
oh,
Science of mind. That's it.
there you go.
Yeah. So it's a very thick book, and it's sort of like the Course in Miracles, kind of similar channeled, messages. Yeah. Science of
Yeah.
mind.
Cool.
Hmm.
Okay, let's go on. Hi from Half Moon Bay, Mary in the chat. Good to see
Hey,
you, Mary,
Mary.
watching on
Aw,
Twitch. Jeff is the husband, correct? Is this Mary
yes.
and Jeff?
Mary and
Oh,
Jeff.
Jeff,
Yeah.
if you're watching, good to see you. You're probably in the background, peeking over, watching the monitor with Mary
No,
there.
you guys were bros. You guys were in the workshop that we did. Yeah. Glenn
Yeah.
came in and Jeff and he bonded. It was great. Yeah.
I wish, Georgie says, I wish for the life of my dreams, and I assume it's here. I
That's
assume
right.
I am healthy and well. Look at what you're doing, Carrie.
I
Raising
know.
vibrations.
Okay, so Georgie, it's not just about speaking the mantra, it's also about feeling it. So, I wish for the life of my dreams. I would say more be specific, in your wishing. So, if I was, well, no, I really have to be careful what I wish for, right? Because it comes in with like full fury. So for me, I really wish that my spousal immigration will be approved shortly, in a very short time. I really wish for that to be passed so I can see my husband again. It's been so long since I've seen my husband. And, oh gosh, you're going to get me crying. I miss that man. Yeah. So, anyways, you can feel it in me, right? I mean, this is something that I so wish for. It will bring tears to my eyes. And so this is what you need to do, is really wish and feel it and be specific. Ah, and so, and assuming, it's the assumption. It's, um, uh, yeah, of course I'm rich. Of course I am. Like, duh, it's the assumption, right? So you don't even have to say, I assume. It's just stepping into that energy of the assumption. Of course I'm healthy. Yeah, I don't have any health issues. They used to be there, but they're long gone. I am so healthy. I work out every morning. I feel great. I eat really well. The weight is coming down. I'm feeling so much better, right? And when you speak it into fruition, it has no choice. The world has no choice but to melt its existing premise. And as it melts, it rebuilds what it is that you are assuming and wishing for. And then presto, you're living in the residual effects of yesterday's thoughts.
Okay. We've got Sue, Stork Deliveries. I'm guessing some sort of medical profession for Sue here. Stork Deliveries, something to do with babies, maybe.
Yes, of course.
Massapequa, Long Island. Good to see you.
Wow.
Unity, we are one. Hello, my peeps.
Hello, honey.
Purple Angel,
Angel
says, hi, Carrie. And you know who else is in the chat right now? You know who else said hello? Let me show you who else said hello here. Let me show you. This person
gotta be an
said
ex-boyfriend. Hello. No. Aw, Kaylee. Hey, honey.
All right. Yes, Kaylee in the house
Kaylee's
saying,
in the
hello,
house.
everyone from Saskatchewan. It's smoky here. I'm curious what comes in for me now. All aspects of my life. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah.
Hi, Glenn and Tammy, and Carrie, of course.
So Phoenix, Pippi, you did you attend our writers workshop? I can't remember. No, I don't think so. But this is a time for you to write. So you got to take that class, honey. There's storms about some feelings, and we need you to get them on paper because you have so much support around you. You're grounded. Start hugging a tree. I want you to hug the tree even more. Okay. And your video is so joyful, so happy, and this is what we're really excited about. You are just so bright, my girl. You're just a beautiful soul. So whatever is happening in your world, just focus on, being rooted, being grounded, and step out from that crowd. Absolutely remove yourself from that crowd once and for all. I want you to actually turn your back away from whatever it was that was there and start walking the other direction and dance your way away. I want you to literally start dancing like that, right? And walk away. And you don't have to do it like that. You can do it slowly, okay? But you need to let go of any dead end stuff in your world. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Because, yeah, it's all good. You're healing. It was the nurse.
Look at that light come in, Carrie. Just
I know.
Magnificent. Look at a couple times the light just comes in.
She's
around
so
Kaylee.
Vibrant. I just love this girl. She is so vibrant, so bright. She had some dead wood around her, we'll say, and so yeah, you're just letting all that go, and I can see, getting the energy going. Much love to you, honey. Well done.
Okay, what else do we got going on here? Doug says, "Hi, will I be able to leave my job by August and retire?" I think Doug asked a similar question
Yeah.
last week, but what do the cards say today?
This is a beginning, definitely. You're beginning to start to change. Let's see. Yeah, there is a compulsion. There is like a need for you. You're ready to leave that job, aren't you? It's almost like you want to hide. You want to go, oh, for God's sakes, you want to hide from the boss. Maybe you are the boss. The boss wants to hide. Yeah. And there's also some confusion in leaving. So what is that about? What's the confusion about? Yeah, family, how to pay the bills, all that stuff. And will you be able to do that with retirement? Well, you've got a whole floodgate opening for you, honey. Doug, gosh, have you got something else on the side? It feels like there is something else that you could do and are really interested in. So I see like machinery. There's woodworking or something like that, or metal perhaps, but also writing. And yeah, it all goes back to family. So whatever it is that you're thinking of building or creating, yeah, the storm around leaving work, that's all going to go by the wayside real quick because you're measuring your success differently. And just focus on the love and the joy in your life, and it'll happen. Will you be able to leave your job soon? Yes or no? It's not as soon as you were hoping right now because of your mindset. So we're going to actually ask you to start to change your mind as well and start having a different dialogue with yourself, because when you change your words, you change your world, right? This is a download that came to me, I don't know, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. And I kept hearing it over and over again. And so when you change your words, instead of saying, will I be able to please, please, please leave my job? Oh my God. Then you're going to get stuck there more because what you resist persists, right? And so we need to change words to, I am so excited that I'm going to retire soon. And with ease and grace, I am so excited that I am able to retire and I'm going to be able to do this and then this and this. And it's just so exciting, right? So I want you to feel that in your belly and literally percolate up possibilities. And when you get excited about it, that's when things will change. And all of a sudden now, if I was to look in, will you be able to retire? Yeah, you're like 70%, because I can feel that you're feeling a difference already just listening to this, because you're feeling it in your belly. Like all that stuff is just lifting up, and immediately you change your possibilities, right? Because what we do as psychics is we read the most probable outcome as of this moment, looking at your energetic footprint, right? And what we were looking at before, yeah, you were really struggling with it. All of a sudden, boom, change your words, change your world. Well done, Doug. Good job. Next. Glenn, sorry. Glenn.
All right, next we got Georgie, and I guess you can pick whichever deck you want to use here, because it says, I'd love a card for my husband, please, Carrie.
Okay. Georgie, what's your husband's name? Can you put it in the chat for me? Is there anxiety? There's some stuff going on. He needs to stop the anxiety here and now. And the way to stop it is to let go of the rigidity, right? The outcome, any self-defeating belief systems, and instead give himself a rest, give himself some credit for what he's done and what he has accomplished in life and who he is. My God, he's such a beautiful soul.
And the name's right there, Carrie.
Michael. Archangel Michael, of course. So many people depend upon him, and this is part of the anxiety, right? And it feels at times like he's not being authentic in what he's doing, because he's doing things perhaps for the money, but he actually is an expert in other things. His appearance is that he is definitely an expert. And so wouldn't it be wonderful? Wouldn't it be wonderful if when Michael is able to step into what it is that he truly desires and he goes for it? He needs to give himself permission to go for it. Yeah. He needs to heal. Whoops. Oh, yeah, that's falling out. Needs to heal through, again, changing words, right? And let go of anyone trying to hold him back. He's such a brilliant man. And he has a Father, Son, Holy Ghost there waiting for him, wanting to support him, love him, and lift him up. So that's what we need to feel in his heart, is that, again, good family man, really good family. And that's what he's thinking about. And inside there's a bit of a turmoil, but don't worry. Again, measure success differently and go for it. Yeah. So he has a whole new pattern, a whole new way of living that he can do and have. New career. He's on the edge. Doesn't have to quit the thing that he's at right now, but I think that it might not even that he quits. It's like he's about to really take off. He's right on the precipice. So he could actually really take off whatever it is he's doing. It feels like he's just on that edge. So keep going, but don't get defeated with what's in front of him. Instead, focus on the outcome and bring it forward to where he is now. Okay? Much love to you, honey.
All right. Thank you for that question, Georgie. And, that's one thing, Carrie, that in the world, there is a lot of anxiety and, issues that hold people back and prevent them. Their vibrations are down. And that's, again, another good reason Anita's coming on, because there are crystals that can help, with that anxiety and depression and self-doubt and things like that. But very good, Georgie. Thank you for the question. Minerva back in the house.
Hey, Minerva.
Dear Carrie, I took a decision to keep myself away from my daughter and my granddaughter, but I am not sure if it would fix my relationship with my daughter eventually or make it worse.
Oh gosh, so many people are going through this right now, aren't we? And it's an interesting phenomena that's happening with so many parents and grandparents right now with their own kids and their grandkids. So first of all, Minerva, you're not alone in this. I can't tell you how many clients have come to me in the last little while saying, my kids aren't even talking to me. They take the grandkids away, or it's so difficult. Can't even see my grandkids, right? And in this case, when you consciously step away from your kids or grandkids, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. So let me muscle test. So you're keeping yourself away from your daughter and your grandchildren, but you're not too sure if this will fix a relationship. Will it fix a relationship? Yes or no? It's kind of mixed bag. It's a yes, and then it goes no. So it might feel good for a little while, but it can do a lot of harm in the end. So is it best? What I was hearing when I was hearing Glenn read the question was, just be, like, just let them get on with their life. You get on with your life. You do what really makes you happy. And your kids will eventually see, geez, mom's really happy. Gosh, she's really living the life. She's traveling. She's doing all kinds of things. And she's a real go-getter. Like, what happened? I really want to know this woman. And they will come back because you're leading by example of how to live life to the fullest. So when you're happy, everything changes around you. This is one of the things I noticed with Freedom Masters, with the course that I teach, is that I've had so many people over the years. I mean, I'm talking hundreds, if not thousands, have literally come through the door on the verge of divorce, on the verge of breaking estranged relationships, with kids and grandkids and everything. And when they finish 2.5-day or 2-day workshop with me, miracles happen. All of a sudden, the spouse comes back and he's, wonderful and like never haven't experienced this with him since they were honeymooning, right? Or the kids all of a sudden call out of the blue and say, "Hey, mom, would you like to talk?" You know, there's peace because when you heal yourself, you heal others. If there's any kind of discord between you and loved ones, it's because often you're perpetuating a cycle, a pattern that you've had from when you were little, right? So again, this is a big thing. I would suggest that you come for another session with me because we can go in and we can unhook all of that stuff, and that's really the key: is unhook all the stuff that's holding you back. Any angst feelings, like when you think of your kids, you feel angst. When you think of the kids, you feel angst. We need to replace it. When you think of the kids, you feel love. When you think of the kids, you feel joy. When you think of the kids, you feel happy. When you think of the grandkids, oh my gosh, you just miss them and you love them, right? And so you send them that love and they can pick it up. All of us have had that moment where you think of someone and all of a sudden they phone, right? Because you put out little fibers, little filaments that come out of your third eye. When you think of something, they travel and they travel across the land and they look for the corresponding thought. If you're thinking of someone in particular, they'll go and touch that person and they'll realize, oh my gosh, telepathically, Carrie was just thinking about me, and they'll phone, right? Or they were just thinking of you. You were thinking of them. So when you're sending your kids either anger, they'll feel it. Either a wall, they're definitely going to feel that. But when they feel the love, that's when it starts to break down all that crap. And over time, you love, love, love enough, without being a doormat, right? But just send them love, send them loving thoughts. Visualize a healed relationship, and it shall be yours. Okay? Much love to you, honey. Glenn.
As Carrie said it right off the bat, you're not alone. So many people, so many. You find me a family that has not gone through this in one way, shape, or form. Like almost impossible. They are a rare breed. So what you're experiencing, again, many, many people, especially over the last 5 years, many people are in that same situation. So thank you, Minerva. On a little lighter note, I'm curious how you answer this one, Carrie, from Cheryl. Are you constipated? LOL.
No, on the contrary.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm doing very well. Thank you. Glenn, are you? Someone is.
Truth or not the truth?
Well, probably the truth, because she's picking up on something there, and that's why she's asking.
No. It doesn't say "are you." It says "you are." See how we can be fooled by?
Wow, you are constipated?
Yeah, it's not a question. It's it's response to all your toilet humor earlier. I'll just disappear.
Oh my
Carrie.
God, that's funny.
I'll just turn red and fade off into the background here. Next up.
Here I'm thinking, what a psychic. Wow.
You didn't ask Tammy. Okay. I am soon, from Renee. Good to see you, Renee. I am soon to be a granny for the first time. So exciting. Is there any way you might know the sex? My grandbaby will be born and living in the UK.
Okay. So, Renee, first inkling is a girl, but yeah. Huh. The sex of children is usually decided about 3 months in. So there have been some times, oh shit, shoot. I didn't bring my charger. I did. Oh, I thought I did. I just got a notice. I'm about to lose the energy. Just 1 second, guys.
You okay there, Carrie? What you dropping things?
Yep. I don't want to lose you. There we go. I just got a notice that the battery was dying. I was like, oh no. Okay. So is it a girl? Yes or no? Is it a boy? Yes or no? Boy actually is stronger. It could be a tomboy. So I know I'm usually really good at this. Usually it comes so fast. You ask all my friends, all my family, I'll go, oh, it's a boy. And everyone will go, no, it's a girl. And sure enough. So I'm usually really, really good at this. But for some reason, there is a block there. Maybe
Ask
that's
Tammy.
why.
Ask, because Tammy's usually pretty good at this. I see
Tammy?
girl. I see girl,
Yeah.
Renee, that it's going to be a girl.
Is it a girl or a boy? She's going to muscle test.
Girl.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a boy, I think. But a sweet.
You have to let us know,
Yeah.
Renee. Yeah, absolutely. Does. Maybe both.
It could be. And that was another thought, was could it be twins? Because usually when it's so confusing, it could be.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. And I don't say that very often with children. I usually get them like bang right away. Sorry, honey. I wish. There is a block there and there's a reason for it. That's probably why you guys don't know yet. Maybe the parents really don't want to know. So there's a block there.
Okay. Yeah. Good response. Bluebell. Welcome back, Bluebell. Bluebell was the viewer that inspired us to do an episode on Star Seeds. Was it? No, Spirit Guides. Spirit Guides did on Spirit Guides. Love that. And again, if you guys have any suggestions for what you would like us to do a decode on, whether it's a specific person, whether it's an event, whether it's a topic, please. Bluebell did that. We had Kaylee send us a lot of cloud pictures. We did a show on that. So please feel free to email Tammy at admin@carriekohan.com. If there's something you would really like to see us cover, we're definitely open to it. So send that email. Bluebell says, hi, Carrie. Will I relocate to France in towards the end of 2026?
So these are cards that I created myself, and they're little spirit guide cards, and it's all about freedom. So will you be going to France, relocate to France towards 2026? Yes or no? That's a really strong yes. Yeah. And the card came up as freedom, right? So yeah, you can pre-order the cards online at carriekohan.com. We're just starting to order them now. So, and they're beautiful cards. The sprites are financial cards, whereas the 5 lessons of life cards are based on the book. And so they're all about the 5 lessons. You're beginning to really open up to the empathic self, my dear. And you're really starting to soar and fly. So I would suggest, even when you are going to France, start looking at creating your own workshops, your own gatherings, and advertise it now for when you go there, because I think that you could really, you're another entrepreneurial soul, another entrepreneurial spirit. So start opening up to possibilities with that. Even if it's a small gathering, that's how it starts. Start small and grow.
Okay, next up, Valerie. And Valerie's been watching us for a long time. Thank you, Valerie, for your support of the channel. My international moving plans are stalling because of new immigration laws. Will these pose a problem for me going forward?
Yes or no? Yeah. So I think it's kind of universal right now, right? Yeah. Are you still going to move? Yes, absolutely. You're flying. So you have to focus on your power. Again, change your words, change your world. So I gotta tell you, Valerie, I'm going through the same thing. And I was actually poo-pooing stuff. And my husband in England was like, Carrie, you know this stuff. Come on now. You've got to act as if. You've got to change your words. And I got off the phone with him and I thought, damn it, I know. And so that's what I'm saying with you as well. If you're saying to the universe that my moving plans are stalling, because that's what they'll say. My international moving plans are stalling. Your brain will go, oh, yeah, they're stalling. Okay, well, we got to create more stalls. We got to create more things because things are starting to come up. Walls are starting to come up because of new immigration laws. That's a wall, new immigration walls. So, will it pose a problem with that kind of questioning and that kind of mindset? Absolutely, it will. And it was a strong yes. So, again, let's change the words here, shall we? So, my international moving plans, they were stalled for a moment there because of what was going on internationally, but I'm so happy and grateful now that the doors are opening and everything is moving forward with ease and grace. And I can see them signing the papers, giving me the stamp, opening the doors and saying, welcome on in, and start doing this mindset. When you're going to bed, I want you to, as you're just going to sleep, this is the most powerful time, right? As you're just going to sleep, I want you to close your eyes and think about, invite in, assume that you're already going to international moving plans, whether it's Europe or I see you going all over the place, actually. There's Australia and Europe. So, Valerie, are you in Australia already or New Zealand and you're going to Europe? There's something like that. Anyways, yeah, just see, feel, and sense that's already done, and that's how you beat the programming. Okay, you have to reprogram the computer in your brain to manifest, to send out those filaments that are going to attract a corresponding response. And so your wish is for what? You want to move and have a beautiful international move, right? So you want to put it out there that this is coming with ease and grace and see it all coming together. And it shall be. Okay? There you go. Well done.
All right. Thank you, Valerie. Well, we got 4 more questions. So if you do have a question, please wait to post it till tomorrow night. We're back on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Terry has an interesting one. A lot of people, again, very familiar with patterns of numbers repeating. And Terry says, the last few years, I've been gifted with seeing repeating numbers, mainly 1111 or 444. But today, the 666 has shown up twice. Should I be concerned with that?
Well, it depends on the energetic source of that 666, right? So 666 used to be a biblical number. It was used in a very positive way, but like so many things, it was stolen. Like the swastika, it was actually an Indian symbol that was reversed of it, and it was holy. It was beautiful. Now it's used for something else. And so the 666, was that a negative number for you? Yes or no? No. I'm actually seeing it as that you needed to bring it up to have this conversation so that we can actually claim numbers back, like 11, 22, 33, right? We are claiming back our numbers because these are all power numbers. They are master numbers. 11, 22, 33 are master numbers. And these are numbers that have huge vibration. If they don't want us doing something, they're going to steal these numbers, change the association to them, and then get us to stop using it. Like, oh my gosh, it keeps going back to that epiphany this morning. Like, be careful what you wish upon, or don't assume because ask you me, right? These are all powerful tools that we have in our arsenal. So I would take the 666 and spin them really hard and fast, and allow all negative energy to fly off them, and then see them in their true form. Raise it up to Creator and say, what do I do with these numbers? Please, dear Lord, bring them back to their natural state, and feel the fireworks. Like, it's heat coming off those numbers right now. And yeah, they're coming back to their natural source. So we're claiming everything back. We're claiming it all back. Now, the repeated numbers, these are embedded commands inside ourselves that when we came here, if you've read my book, you understand that we sit down and we discuss all the things that we're going to do, experience, be, and have in advance. And we agree to all of this. Well, one of the things that we agree to is like an alarm clock inside. And for a lot of us, it was 1111. And that was 1993, 1990, actually, to 1993 were the 1111s. Yeah. So Glenn is just bringing up my book there. You'll read about the 1111 in my book. But that's a whole nother story. I participated in the very first 1111 Stargate in Canada, and that was July 3rd, 1993, and I'll never forget it because it like it was mind blowing. I could feel that ball of energy, and I met with Alcazar, and he ended up being my spirit guide and my mentor for many years, decades. And so, yeah, 1111, 444, 666, they're all wake up calls inside. 666 can be, you have to just muscle test and check it out. Is this a negative number for me? Or is it spirit asking us to look at this number and discuss it? And I think that's more what happened today. So thank you for bringing it up. Well done, Terry.
Okay, next up, enjoy the adventure.
Haha, great name.
Yeah, enjoy the adventure. I'm focused on creating abundance in my life and found a beautiful property I'd like to buy for a retreat center, which currently isn't in my budget. Any advice, guidance, or thoughts?
Rent to own. This is how I did mine, right? You do a rent to own. So you pay monthly payments. The payments go towards the capital. And so it's your down payment in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. And I would look into renting to own. Rent now, buy later is what they call it in the UK. And this is what we did for a very long time, both in Canada and the UK. And it works, especially when you have a dream and you want to do this, but you have the ability to bring funds in through a retreat center, right? To be able to make those payments, but you don't have a huge deposit. And you have a seller who's motivated because maybe they're carrying several other properties and they just don't want to have that burden on their shoulders anymore. So it is a thought. What you do with rent to own is you have 2 contracts. And I don't know if you guys know, but I was an expert in real estate. I started buying real estate when I was 19. So I can teach courses on this stuff too. And you have 2 contracts. So you have a lease agreement and you have a purchase agreement. So the lease agreement is what you do for like a 3-year lease, right? And then you have a purchase agreement that at the end of those 3 years, you agree to purchase it at X amount of dollars, and that the money that you're paying in the lease goes towards a capital payment, or a percentage of it goes towards a capital payment. I like that 100% of my payments go toward the capital, and you give them full price. And that way they're feeling good because they know that they're going to get full price. And if at the end of 3 or 4 or 5 years you cannot afford it still, then you sell it. You put it on the market and you sell it. There is a risk that you'll have to sell it for less than what you're purchasing it for, and then you're going to be, liable for that. Or you can make a profit, which I've done. And so you sell it and you make a profit. And then you had 5 years of a retreat center and being able to be the owner and the manager of it. It's a really beautiful way to be able to afford your dreams. Because remember, you don't need money to live your dreams. You don't need money to live your dreams. Okay? Let me say it one more time. You don't need money to live your dreams. There is always a way. Figure it out, dear. Put it up.
Excellent. And speaking of money and dreams, look at the comment Anita left. A nice comment. Maybe all of us should practice that when we to pay for something. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Go.
That's a really nice, it's all about energy, right? It's all about the flow of energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I haven't seen Tia Bia. Welcome.
Tia
if this
Bia.
is the first time you're in, I haven't seen that name around. So Tia Bia watching on YouTube there with a cougar or a cat as the avatar. Says, hi,
So,
Carrie. Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
go ahead. Nope.
Oh,
Let's see the question.
hi, Carrie. What is the outcome between me and S, the
The
Pisces?
Pisces. So that's what I was going to say is your question is about family, is about, yeah. So spread your wings and fly, my dear. It goes back to if they really love you, they'll set you free. And if it's meant to be, you'll fly back together again, right? So I think that there needs to be a cooling off period or a leave the office and just focus on your own inner light for a bit. Um, and I don't, not even a cooling off. Is this something that you just met? No, no, it is. Yeah, it might be a cooling off. Yeah. So know that you got the power, honey. You've got so much power in you, and sometimes we get attached to people that it's more patterns, right? And there's a real connection there. Like they're your soul pack. If you haven't read the book, you got to read the book, right? Because it's all about soul packs. And it was an instant connection, a really strong vibration there. But sometimes we come together for short periods of time. Other times, we'll come together, we'll separate, and then we come together again, like my husband and I have. We had 2 years apart, but in a 10-year relationship, and we're back together again and doing really, really well, very, very strong. So this is what I wish for you. The words that come up are as laughter. We need to get you to focus on what makes you really laugh, and have a laughing attack. The kind of laughing attack that makes you fall over, and yeah, because that really is attractive. And so let go of any angst or anger and instead focus on the joy, because when you are really, really happy, man, you're attractive. And that's what they're saying. Okay, bring in that joy.
Thank you, Tia. And please join us every Tuesday at this time. Wednesday evenings, Carrie does readings as well. And Fridays, we kind of have a guests and decode show and things like that. So hope you can join us again. Next up, again, another name I haven't seen, Cat.
Cat.
Hello, Carrie.
Yeah.
When will I hear back from FI Company to find out where I got the job or not?
Whether you got the job or not. Yeah. Did you get the job? Yes or no? Yeah, they're still deciding at this point. It feels like it's just a little over 50%. It's like promising. But I think there's some other things that factor right now. And yeah, they're not ready to decide yet. So, um, hmm, I would, there's something about family matters, perhaps. So we need you to just focus on the joy. And again, if you're focusing on why haven't I heard from them? I haven't heard from them yet. Oh my God, did they not make a decision? And you start spiraling out of control in your mind, right? Your brain will go, I'll tell you why they didn't phone yet, because you didn't get the job, right? And so you start playing tricks on yourself. And we need to, take all of that, throw that into the cosmic garbage can and give it up to Creator and say, okay, if I was to change my mindset here and now for a real positive outcome, what would it be? Well, I'd be saying, oh my God, I kicked ass in that interview, didn't I? I am so, well, even my resume is going to be so much better. It is so much better than everyone else's. And I am perfect for that job. If this is a job that you really want, you need to talk yourself into this. And so you say, okay, dear Lord, I want this job. I really wish for this job or something better. That's the key. Wish for this job or something better. And Creator listens to you. Angels are listening to you. They're coming. They will respond when you ask for help. Okay? So I need you to really wish for whatever it is that you desire. If this is a job that you really, really, really want, then yes. But something tells me inside that it's just kind of a job. It's not as it's not the job that you really, really, really want, is it? Yeah, maybe. But yeah, there's also something there, that might even be better for you. So that's what I would say. As you're going to sleep, I really, really, really wish for this job or something better. Please bring it to me with ease and grace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always say thank yous in threes, okay? And that it comes in ease and grace. There you go.
Thank you, Cat. Next, just a comment here from C Hello S, and I think it's something worthwhile to mention because I know you've experienced this as well, where you were given the message to go back and reread your own book.
Yeah.
And Hello says, I reread your book, 5 Lessons. It had such a profound effect this time, as it is everything that I have going. As it has everything I have going through since my loss 8 months ago. Open heart, open mind has brought in so much love and grace.
I'm so glad. Hello. My goodness. Yeah. In fact, I think in the reading, that was probably about 3 weeks ago, I said, have you had a loss? Because I could feel it in you, and rereading that book, you look at the loss a totally different way, where you're walking away, but they're never far away. They're always with you. I love these cards, right? They just pop up what is needed to be said. So the beautiful soul that's on the other side is wanting you to dance, wanting you to find, joy and focus on the family and find your happy place, relax, breathe. So I'm really glad that the book helped you heal. Yeah, you're definitely connected because those cards, they just came through with such ease, right? Just dividing, and the message was popping up for you with such a powerful message. I think we could all feel it. So well done, honey.
Thank you. Hello. A couple more to finish off, and then a few comments to finish off the show. Carrie Ann, again, a question about Nixon.
Yep.
What is next for Nixon and I in the future with our relationship? Will we ever be amicable or reconcile?
Well, if you feel that you're, being amicable or even reconciling is, yeah, will it be this or will it be that? Then you're not deciding for yourself, right? So you're not a victim in this world, is what I want to say, right? You're actually the orchestrator. You're the manifesto. You're the one that can stand in front of all this energy and say, this is what I desire, and this is how things are going to go. And if I want to break up amicably, I will. And if I want to get back together again, I can wish it into state. But if it's not meant to be part of my path, if I'm meant to meet someone else, then it may come back temporarily, but it will leave because you have other things in your path. So again, it comes back to language. What it is that you're saying here, right? And Nixon and you, Nixon has come up a couple of times over the weeks, and oh gosh, will you be amicable together? Yes or no? Absolutely. It's just a decision, isn't it? Because if someone starts, you just don't buy into it, right? You just love them, send them love, and will it to be amicable. Will you two reconcile? Yes or no? It could be, yeah. I don't know for how long, because it's really up to you guys, right? You have to make that decision. And so I don't feel that you've made the decision yet, or at least Nixon hasn't made the decision yet. Yeah. Yeah. So part of me was hearing that, oh no, Nixon's made a decision. But yeah. Okay. So I need you to focus on you. And instead of feeling of, oh gosh, I don't know where I am and I don't know where I'm going. And God, we've all been there, I can't tell you how many times I've gone through this, right? And in the end, you realize, wait a minute, it all comes down to love of thyself and the love of everyone else, right? So, uh, are you loving yourself when you're worried about someone else loving you? Or are you thinking, is there like an anxiety, a bit of a panic? Like, are we going to be amicable? Are we going to be good? Right? And is that a state of truly loving yourself? Mm, there's an anxiety in there, and that's putting up a wall. And there's frustration and fear and all these other mixed emotions, right? And we've all been there. So I'm going to invite you to go, okay, I'm going to breathe. I just need to breathe. And whether Nixon and I come back together again doesn't really matter, because what matters most is I'm happy with myself. And when I'm happy with myself, guess what? Bees to honey, honey. Right. So just get happy with yourself. This is what's needed here and now. Okay. You're powerful. So stop playing so small, my girl, and start really stepping into who you truly are. Okay. Much love.
So thank you for the question and all the questions. We do have one more, but again, these free readings for Carrie are just a glimpse into what she could talk to you about. If you do want a 45-minute session with Carrie, where again, it's a game changer. She can, have a really heart-to-heart conversation with you. Go to her website, carriekohan.com, and book a 45-minute session with her and get a lot more details and other questions that you may have.
May I say something, Glenn? Yeah. Can I interrupt there for a second? Sorry. Is that we also need your help. So I've been shadowed, as you know, for a long time, and my channels have been taken down and all kinds of stuff. So Glenn and I and Tammy, Glenn's wife, we've all teamed up, and Tammy does all of this technical aspect. So I know that a lot of our listeners, it's not that they can't afford, because we're not going to say that, but they're conscious of where their money is going. Absolutely have to be. Don't have to be. It's money consciousness, right? So if you are feeling that a subscription through Twitch, which is what, $4.99 American, $6.99 Canadian, something like that, if that is too much per month to be able to come and join us, then please just follow us, on Twitch, or subscribe on YouTube, or subscribe, like on Facebook. We need this help to beat the algorithms, because we're starting to see it. They kept us at 130 views, I think it was, for most of our videos. Now we're just breaking to 1,000 per view. I used to be 80,000, 30,000, 50,000. That was a normal thing. How is it that we're just, at under 1,000? Well, my brain will go, I'll tell you how we're under 1,000. No. We're going to take that and throw that into the garbage can, the cosmic garbage can. And instead, I'm saying, I'm so excited now that we're going to break that 1,000, I would say, today. And we are stepping into the freedom of being allowed to share these wonderful, uplifting, supportive messages on all medias. So we need your help. Please share these. Like, take the link and share it on your Facebook. Share it on, LinkedIn and on X and everything. We need you to share, please. That's the only way that we're going to break this this ball and chain that they've put us under, is through you. So together we can make a difference, and we need your help. So please share. Whatever you're on. If you're on YouTube, share it to Facebook, etc. Okay? Please do that right now. Share. Thank you.
Well said, Carrie. Thank you so much. And again, many ways that you can support us, and sharing is one easy way to do that. So let's go to our last question. And this one is from Cass, you know Cass.
I
Cass
know
is
Cass.
back.
Yay,
Our
Cass.
our home building business has been on the back burner due to the housing market. Can you
Mm-hmm.
pull cards on my business?
Fly, baby, fly. Okay, so uh, it's interesting. We have a home building business as well. At least my first husband and I did. We were in that. And word is that all the home builders have had a bit of a challenge as of late because of land and stuff. So that's a given. But is it a given? Let me say this to you. When I was selling real estate for the home builders, right? I was working for Landmark and Jamin Homes. It was a belief system that December would come and no one would get any sales, you know, and even during the year, most of the sales managers in the show homes, they believed that they would only sell maybe 5 homes a month. Oh my God, that was big. And this is before the boom or anything, right? So um, I thought, nah, I'm going to blow this out of the water, man. And so you guys have met Maria before, who was my assistant, and Jennifer, you haven't met. Jenna was my other assistant, and and so we decided, no, everyone's taking December off. We're going to blow this out of the water. We are going to attract as many purchasers imaginable. I can see purchasers coming through my door. Oh my gosh, they are coming through in droves. That month, I think that was the month that we sold like 23 homes. And we broke every record in the home building industry at that time. There was nothing like that. And it's like the 4-minute mile. Once someone does it, all of a sudden, boom, many do it. But up until that time, only 2, 3, maybe 5 sales a month. I think the biggest one I heard was 7. And we were selling 23, 25 a month. So what I want to say to you is change the thought again. So the home building business is on the back burner because the housing market. Well, the housing market doesn't equal what you're able to do. I want you to start to change your thought process. If this is what you really want to do, maybe it's on the back burner because there's something else calling you, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's just kind of what everyone's believing. And so I want to invite you to start to change your belief system. So when you change your belief systems, when you say, I'm going to blow this out of the water, we're going to create sales, and I can see people coming through the door. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because you know what? They're coming through the door. Oh, I can see myself filling out those contracts, and I can see my staff coming in and saying, I got another one. I have another sale. Isn't this exciting? Right? So sale, 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 sale. That's what I want you to say, all for this next week. Sale, sale, sales. I got another sale. Oh my goodness, we got another sale. Woohoo! Right? Celebrate. And I want you to constantly say, sale, sale, sale. I got another sale. Okay. That will change everything for you. I promise. Do it with enthusiasm. That's the key. Great, Cass.
Okay, and with that, we finished all the questions. I do want to go through a few more comments, though, and if there's anything that resonates with you that you want to discuss or pull a card for, absolutely. Bluebell says a suggestion, maybe a show about Atlantis. That's always an interesting conversation about Atlantis. Plato invented the story purportedly passed down from Egyptian priests. Well, we can talk about that as well. Bluebell also says, do you have a PayPal link on YouTube? Tammy responded, said, we've been considering that. But again, there are other ways as well. YouTube has reached out to us, and we may have things like, what do you call that, where you can donate stickers and
it's sort of like Patreon. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Patreon, where you have different levels of support for us, and a lot of truthers are doing that, and we're trying to find different ways. We are finding different ways. Good catch, Carrie. Well done.
Again, Twitch is always the best. Twitch is really good because it also promotes algorithms on Twitch. If you subscribe, it pushes your channel out there a little bit. We did get one follow a couple minutes ago from For You and
Oh,
Sonic. Thank you, For You and
yeah,
Sonic. The only person that has followed us in the last 5 days on Twitch, which is a little bit disappointing. I'm not going to lie.
yeah,
We're really trying to push Twitch. We're down to
yeah.
10 subscribers on Twitch. So that we're really pushing that one because that's probably the most important to us to build up because we can speak freely a lot more than we can on YouTube and Facebook. So please, it's not a
We're
difficult platform to figure
yeah,
out. Head
we're
over to
eventually
Twitch.
going to go off all the others. We're looking at just going on Twitch solely
Yeah.
because we can speak there and we don't have to worry about, minding what we say like PDF files instead of other things.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. The
so
EpiPen and PDF
EpiPen,
files
yeah,
and
yeah.
Twitch also has something like super chats like YouTube.
Hmm.
They have something called bits, which is like donations where you can contribute bits and you pay a little bit for these bits. So it's just like the super chat. So there are ways, other than a PayPal link to contribute. Another is purchasing our album. We get
Oh,
100%
yeah.
of the proceeds from our album. So go out there onto iTunes or Amazon Music, and for $8 Canadian, you can purchase the Mystic Compass album. And again, if you don't have the means, share, share, share. Like us on all the channels. Leave comments, Carrie. So many times we go back and we check the comments on our video, and there's 1 or 2 or 3 comments after the fact. Please leave comments because
Yeah.
that beats the algorithms as well. So
Yes.
please,
We
just
need
little
your help.
things like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
we
other
want to keep
comment.
doing this and we want
Yeah.
to prosper and there's 2 families here. So we need your help to grow and sharing is a huge way to be able to do it, but also if you can subscribe that would be great. Okay? On Twitch.
Bluebell, I'm so happy as well. Thank you,
Oh,
Carrie from Bluebell. His Highness or His Highness, sorry, I keep
tiredness.
mispronouncing that. His Highness, who is always positive. Like, this is one user that I love reading comments from because always positive. Carrie
Still,
always hits the target reading my cards.
aw, that is
Excellent.
so sweet. Did I read your cards today? I don't think I
Not
did I?
today. No, not
No,
today.
no.
No.
But I tell you, you're a happy guy. You got lots of dancing in you, and yeah, and you're a good family man as well. Yeah, there's a really good loving heart. So it is you actually have just even calling yourself his highness, you're already in that mindset, so you step into the uh, the relaxed state, right? And you're very good at self-confidence, being able to look in the mirror and really like who you see. It's like, yeah, I look good today. Yeah, feel good. Right. And that's really a boost. It's like giving yourself a blood transfusion. It's like a boost of energy to yourself. And you have no problems in asking for help. Whereas a lot of people, especially spiritual people, still have troubles asking for help. So I think it's absolutely amazing that, yeah, you spread your wings and you fly, my dear. So keep it up. Keep it up. Well done.
Some other comments. Valerie says, "Thank you, Carrie. My plans are moving forward already. I'm on England." Green Eyes, who had a session with you over the last couple of weeks, says, "I actually
Yeah.
got a 555 after my session, and I've never gotten that before, which indicates huge changes
Huge
ahead."
changes. That 555 is a powerful number, and it's all about. It's like the tower in the cards. Gosh, where are my cards? In these, do I have the tower? Let's see if I can find the tower. Nope. Come on. Okay, where are you? Tower. Darn it. It is the swords, but it's not the tower. Anyways, when the tower is tumbling down and things are changing really fast, right? 555, a 5 is all about change, but you triple it, it's like massive change for the better. This is where you're really starting to it's like an explosion of energy and you're rising up. You're like, woohoo, you're flying. And that's what I get with 555. So well done. And right after the session, of course you were flying. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Hammer Bammer says, can't wait for Pamela to come on the show. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. And again, any Twitch subscriber can reach out to Tammy if you have any questions. There's the email right there. Tammy will take care of you there at admin@carriekohan.com. Topics for future shows, or if you're a Twitch subscriber and want to come on the show, please reach out to her. Also, a comment from Hammer Bammer saying, thank you, Carrie. Doing tarot and tea leaves, mothering people through times in life. I'm not sure if that's what she wants to do or referring to you, but
no, that's her. Hammer Bammer. Remember the card that came up, and it was love and mothering, and that's what I was saying. And I said you're an entrepreneurial spirit, and you really need to do what it is that you're gifted to do. So yeah, she's doing tarot and tea leaves, and she is mothering people through tough times.
Do it, Hammer Bammers. You'll be wonderful. We saw your personality shine on stream here. Yes, go and raise the vibration and help people out. Tia says, thank you, one of our newer viewers, and same with Kat. Also, again, thanking you for the reading. For you and Sonic, that's Bugs Bunny fate. Oh, not sure what that.
I don't know what that is. Yeah. That's all right.
That's all, folks. Thank you guys from Kat. What else do we got? Thank you from Carrie Ann.
Yeah.
Yvette says, hi, Carrie and everyone.
Hey, beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yvette's energy is gorgeous. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. So you got to stop hiding, Yvette. You got to start, putting yourself out there, and because you stand out from the forest, you really stand out. And your office is changing. Some things are really changing around you, but I need you to focus on the light, focus on taking one step at a time and moving towards your dreams, moving towards your goals, because the doors are open for you. So go for it, honey. Okay.
And Renee says, thank you, sending love to all. And finally, Nix from Algarve says,
the Algarve.
Sending love from Portugal. So that is going to be it for us. If you have any other comments, we'll show them on screen as we send you out. Carrie, we're going to end off today with one of your favorites from the Mystic Compass. That is, she's heaven sent.
Oh, I wrote this one. This just flowed. It was so beautiful. It just came down, and it's about a man that kind of took his wife for granted, and she was a rock. She took care of the kids. She did everything in the household, and the cats are all like playing together. Anyways, I don't know if you could hear him. Anyways, so he overhears her praying, and she's praying for strength because she had some kind of health issue, and it was his wake-up call to go, wait a minute, I haven't been the best of man, but she really is heaven sent, and I'm going to step up. And it's such a beautiful song. It'll make you cry.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you to Tammy in the background. Thank you to Carrie for all the free readings today.
And one last thing, that song, sorry, Glenn, I keep interrupting you, but one last thing is Glenn composed this song as well. He produced it and composed it. So I wrote the lyrics, but he's the one that composed and got the song. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. You're going to love it. Okay, that's it. Glenn? Go ahead. Okay. You can talk now.
Okay. Join us tomorrow. And
one more thing. Don't you guys love us? We have so much fun. Oh, geez. You should see it around the household. It's fun.
Join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Mountain on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch. You guys are wonderful. We love you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. She's heaven sent from the Mystic Compass soundtrack.
She's up before sunrise, coffee in her hand, boots by the back door tending the land. Kids still sleeping, house ice cold, but she still sings strong and bold. She folds the laundry, clears the plates, smiles through another never-ending day, and somehow even laughs at my jokes, like back in the day when we both chain smoked. I see the miracle in front of me. She's our roots, the rain in our family tree. She never asks for praise or song, just loves her family and carries on. I haven't been the best of men, but I pray the Lord with both these hands. May I give her all she's meant, 'cause I've come to know she's heaven sent. She's patched my pride, she's prayed me through, held me steady when I split in two. She hides her hurt behind I'm fine, and gives the family hope like it's divine. Kids don't know the weight she bears, the meals, the math, and all the school fairs, but I see her through every quiet win, every sacrifice she's buried in. I see the miracle in front of me. She's a heart of this home, the air that I breathe. Never once she said this is too much, just led with a smile and the most loving touch. I haven't been the best of men, but I'd walk through fire to make amends. May I lift her up and be that gem, 'cause I've come to know she's heaven sent. I'll never forget, the kind you remember with lifelong regret. I heard her praying when she thought I was gone, whispering to God just to keep her strong. This miracle standing in front of me, wearing my old t-shirt and torn blue jeans. She's my morning light and evening star, the reason love lives where we are. I ain't been the best of men, but I love her deep, and we'll try again, 'cause I finally figured out I wanna be that gent without any regrets. She truly is heaven sent. I hope she hears these words I need to share, 'cause life without her is more than I could bear.
Welcome into the Mystic Compass. How are you guys doing today? We are ready for a big show.
No, didn't we just finish a show? Is this a bonus?
I'm just starting right now, Carrie.
Oh my gosh, you're jumping timelines again, aren't you, Glenn?
Were we on just recently?
Yes, just.
No.
So we were talking about healing. We were talking about lots of joy, lots of laughter, and most importantly, fly. The freedom within. Fly, fly like a bird. That's
Where
your
would
bonus
you like
read.
to fly to right now, Carrie?
Back home and see my husband.
Good choice.
That's what I really like to do. Yeah. So
Yes, good choice.
How about you? Where do you want to fly to?
I want to fly to New Orleans and enjoy the music, the peaceful atmosphere, the liveliness. Those people know how to raise vibrations down in New Orleans, just with the energy and the music. So let's all fly. Tammy, myself, you, your husband. Let's all fly to New Zealand. That's a little further. To New Orleans.
We could go see Lynn. Yeah, and a few others.
Yeah, we'll go see Lynn. And hey, Lynn, do you have a few extra rooms for us? We'll come down to New Zealand.
100,000. Anyways,
yes,
we just
there you
wanted
go. Some bonus content. Well, apparently I've done the show already today, so this is bonus content. So have a wonderful day, Carrie.
Much
See you
love to
tomorrow
everyone.
night. Rest up.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye. See you. Bye. Okay, well, we got rid of Carrie. What do you guys really want to know? Do you have any questions about Carrie? Because I've got to know Carrie over the last, month or so. And if you have any questions, I will tell you the truth about Carrie. No questions? Crickets. Everyone's gone. Oh, Lynn does have room. Carrie, look, Lynn has room for us. Come to New Zealand.
Oh, that's fantastic, Lynn. Yes.
Okay. We can
You
make
make me
pit
laugh.
stops in all these other places that people are from. But anyway, we thought we'd jump on, give you a little bit of bonus content, just some casual stuff here, because you guys are amazing, aren't they, Carrie?
They really are. Yeah, we love you
Yeah.
guys. So
Okay.
thanks again. This
Thank
is sort
you.
of like what are the movies, and they do you have to wait through the credits, and then at the end they give you a little bonus.
Yeah.
Marvel
What are those
comics.
movies? Yeah, the superhero movies.
Yeah. Hey, hello, saying come to Florida. Woo-hoo-hoo. This is exciting. And Washington State and New Zealand. Gosh, we have such an intellectual, international, beautiful
So
community.
we dip down to Washington State. That's pretty close to us.
Yeah.
We can get there in less than a day.
Yeah.
And then we fly to Florida. We visit Hello. And then from Florida, we take a cruise to New Zealand.
And we shall dance the entire way. Yay. Okay, guys, much love to you. Thank you. Thanks for sticking around listening to that song. Isn't it a beautiful song? It just flowed. It was, and the composition. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, we'll see you soon. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bye now.